Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a topic that is, I'm telling you, I'm almost addicted. I'm addicted to this. I love throwing big swim baits after big bass. And I have got to the point where I love throwing the Shadowlicious. I love throwing the different kinds of the line throughs and everything. But my favorite, and this is the same one that I ripped them on. I caught 52 fish on one bait. Nope, take that back. This is the second of the baits. I tore the other one up also. It will last about 15 or 20 fish. The old harness come out. I may can save this one. I may have to do some damage on it, but this is a MegaBass MagDraft. I absolutely love these baits. They pull so awesome. They have this perfect swim. The head shakes as long as the tail. It's not just a tail shimmy. It's not a real wide roll. It's just I just love the swim. I catch so many fish on it. And I'm gonna tell you what, I very rarely lose fish. And I'm gonna tell you, but here's my whole setup. Let's go through the whole setup. And then I've got some Livescope footage. I'm gonna show you the settings on that. Got three or four catches. And what's crazy, I only caught one about 4 pounds today. Didn't catch any giants, but I caught a few fish. So it will catch smaller fish, but when you use those kind of baits, you're targeting bigger fish. So let's take a look at this. I'm using a 7-foot Daiwa Laguna rod, a PC Fun Spark Pro. I'm using a 6.6 to 1 gear ratio. I'd like to use a 5 to 1. They don't make us that and that. They make it in another reel. Just haven't switched it over. I'm throwing it on 50-pound PC Fun braid, and this Laguna is 7-foot medium action. I like the medium action. I know it seems to be a little flimsy, but I just lose less fish. Use less fish. It helps me casting a little bit too, because when you're skipping, it just helps to skip. I've noticed when I have a little bit too stiff a rod that I have trouble skipping. And I'm gonna tell you what, this MagDraft and then this one right here, which is a can't remember the name of it. They skip so amazingly well. You skip them up under them cypress trees and reel them back and catch some really nice bass, really nice fish. It's just something I really enjoy doing. I'm kind of getting addicted to the big fish thing. I've always been a big fish hunter, but I love to catch 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pound bass. So guys, there's the setup. So let's dig into the Livescope, take a look at that setup. I know it's a long intro. People, get out of my face. If you don't like it, unsubscribe, get the heck out of here. Let the viewers who like to watch this, watch it. And if you don't like this part, fast forward. No big deal. Here, let's take a look at the Livescope setting. All right, I want to highlight a few things in these catches that are really important. The ability of this bait to skip it is amazing. Now, you don't always catch giant bass. I think that's a myth that when you throw big giant swim baits that you're always got to catch big bass. You can catch a bass. I mean, this is a 1.5 pound, 2 pounder here. No problem. They'll eat it. And the strike and the hit on this bait is just unreal. It's like they jerk it out of your hand. But I'm gonna tell you, the ability to skip it under trees, you can put this bait into places that you can only put frogs into. I'm gonna tell you what, it's a fine bait for doing things like that. So, but this one right here, the one thing that I want to bring to the importance is just how slow. Watch, look at I'm reeling this at, a turtle's pace. It is just bare, and he followed it for the longest way. It hit it right at the boat. And that is something you got to be aware of, that this is a bait that you reel all the way back to the boat. You don't reel it and then get it past the target. And this is where Livescope comes in a lot of times. And I'm not saying that every second of the minute of the day that I'm watching my Livescope, but I give it a glance. And here's the settings that we use right here that just help. But a lot of times I'm going to make sure that those fish, they will follow it all the way out and follow it way past the boat. And like I said, I just wanted to bring some attention here. I'm going to reel this off a tree. You can see it come past the tree, and you can see some fish kind of follow it off the tree. And that's what I'm looking for, is do I have some followers? Do I have fish that want to chase the bait? But at this tree, there's some shad around this tree. And that is what you're looking for when you're looking for these trees. You want the shad bunched up. Right here, look at this fish. They chased it all the way to the boat, and that was actually the one that I caught, about 4.5 pounds. All right, so there was your Livescope settings. There's your equipment settings. There's a few catches, and it just had a pretty good day. I don't know how many I caught, 10 or 11. but I got 3 or 4 on camera that are pretty decent. I didn't run all the cameras today. I really wasn't going to run any cameras, but I ended up running a few because I started catching them. But guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and you better ring that bell.